Every single Black person needs to visit a Black country. Go there, and not to the little touristy areas. Go to the Black areas, the real areas, and see what life could be like, especially if you're from the US, like myself. So I grew up going to Jamaica every year with my family, and it was life-changing for me as a child to see Black business owners, Black restaurant owners, Black people in commercials, Black people on billboards, Black politician, all Black everything. It was so beautiful and so inspiring. For the first time in my life, I was seen. I took off my Blackness and put on my humanness. I wasn't just Jessica the Black girl, I was just Jessica. And if you've never experienced what life is like outside of your Blackness, outside of your exterior, you'll be surprised to know how much freedom there is in just being you. I've been in many social spaces where I walk in, I'm representing as the only Black person there. And you have to be very mindful and cognizant of everything you do, everything you say, how you walk, how you dress, because there are so many stereotypes and stigmas about you already that you need to walk in on your A game. You don't realize how much all of these things are playing on your psyche, on what you think is possible, on what life could be, what normalcy is. You don't always have to be the other. Growing up in the US, going to school, it was so hard to make friends because people are afraid of me. People think I'm gonna act a certain way or be a certain way. I went to Jamaica, I would be there for 5 days and leave with 10 friends because these people are just seeing me for me. There's no preconceived notions of who this tall Black girl is. Even if you think life is great here, it can be so much better in a place where you can truly be you. Trust me. I don't know if I'm raising my kids in Jamaica or if I'm retiring in Jamaica because I have to live there for at least a year because it is so fantastic. And if I have children, I also want them to see all the possibilities life can be as a person of color.
In this video, I am going to first of all be reacting to this lady's experience in the country of Jamaica. Then secondly, list out some reasons why Black Americans are now moving to Jamaica. So stay tuned, like this video, and let's get the ball rolling. So first of all, this lady's first time being in Jamaica and seeing people who look like her really fascinates her a lot, because she stated that that was the first time she was seeing Black people in businesses, that's Black business owners, Black restaurant owners, people who are Black who are in commercials, Black people on billboards. And I keep asking myself, so with billboards in the United States, does it usually feature only the white and not the Black Americans? Anyway, let's keep rolling. She also talked about Black politicians, Black people who are in leadership positions, and she really shows that she likes seeing Black people at the center of affairs. Now, for the first time, she took off her Blackness and then put on humanness. I think this statement is very profound in the sense that as humans, there are a lot of segregations and then stereotyping that we have put ourselves into in terms of race, ethnicity, languages, then a lot of barriers that we have put on ourselves. So she identifying as a Black person, then taking that Blackness off and putting on humanity, coming to herself as human and treating other people or meeting other people as humans, it was a great experience for her. She felt freedom being Black in Jamaica because there are lots of constraints when you are Black in the United States of America. There are lots of stereotyping that she experiences in the United States, but in Jamaica, she does not experience any kind of stereotyping whatsoever. I want to put myself in her shoes as being a black person working in a corporation or an institution that is predominantly white people. I don't know how it will feel like being the only black person among a lot of white people. Already there is some prejudice or some judgment about you, and you need to always put yourself in check. But being in Jamaica, she felt just normal like every single person there in Jamaica. She also stated that it was very difficult for her to find friends in the United States growing up, even in school. She found it difficult to be able to relate to people and have them as friends. But in Jamaica, if she visits for even 5 days, she'll end up having about 10 friends. So a lot of friends, even in shorter days. I am wondering if she moves there permanently and then stays there. The fact is that Jamaicans are very hospitable people. They are very friendly people. So if you find yourself in the company of those people, it is obvious that you're going to get a lot of people as friends, and they will treat you very well, very nicely. There is no discrimination or anything of that sort in the country of Jamaica. So I believe this lady's experience over there was not just ordinary, it was such a great experience that she had over there. Jamaicans are very good people. They relate with people on the same level. They do not discriminate against people. She stated that even if you think life is greater here, that is in the United States, it can be much more better in a place where you truly are you. That is being your own self and not living within the constraints or confines of some stereotype, some kind of judgment or prejudice that is being put before you. You live a life of freedom. You are you. You do things in your way by not taking into consideration what people will think of you, what people will make of you, what people will say about you. She also mentioned of the fact that she would like to raise her kids or let her kids also have a similar experience in the country of Jamaica. If you are liking this video at this point, kindly like the video so that it gets 1,000 likes and YouTube will push this video to a lot of people. Now to the second part of the video. These are the reasons why Black Americans are now moving to the country of Jamaica. First of all is to reconnect with the African heritage. So you know that Africans, we have a history, and Black people all around the world are related to this history or African heritage. Now there are lots of African Americans who would like to visit Africa as a continent, because almost every black person or even every human is from the continent of Africa, and Jamaica is an exact replica of the African heritage in the Caribbean. So African Americans would like to reconnect to this heritage. You know that people in Jamaica were taken from Africa, and to be specific, West Africa, during the transatlantic slave trade, and they ended up in Jamaica. So if people want to connect to the ancestral root, they can connect to Jamaica, and it really brings them a sense of belonging to the African heritage. Secondly, there is a sense of belonging in Jamaica. People over there make you feel at home. They make you feel at peace. Okay, you are one of them. You are their brother or a sister, so they make you feel at home. So a lot of Black Americans who are not so welcomed in the United States of America find it quite convenient to relate with the people of Jamaica. So there is a sense of belonging in the country of Jamaica. That is why Black Americans are moving to the country of Jamaica. Also, there is diversity in culture, which is very appealing to almost everyone who goes there to visit. Jamaica is full of cultural diversity, and I believe Black Americans find this very inspiring to connect to or to behold. So, a lot of Black Americans move there because of the cultural diversity, Rastafarianism movement, and all other cultural heritage on the Caribbean country Jamaica. And last but not the least is the proximity to the United States of America. Now, a lot of Black Americans would like to connect to Africa, but Africa is a far continent away from United States. But looking at Jamaica, Jamaica is in close proximity to that of United States. And since Jamaica is just a replica of Africa, it is quite convenient for Black Americans to visit Jamaica and then have a feel of how the African continent is. So they move to Jamaica and experience how it feels like to be in Africa. That is the same heritage that Africans hold. It's exactly the same heritage that transpires through Jamaica. So they are able to connect back to their ancestry. So these are some of the reasons why Black Americans are now moving to Jamaica. So this is a challenge to all Black Americans to go to a Black country. I believe the lady mentioned this at the beginning of the video, that every Black person should move to a Black nation and experience how it feels like to be among Black people. Thank you very much for watching so far up to this point. Kindly locate the subscribe button down there, click on the subscribe button, click as well on the notification bell, and I'd like to see you in my next video.